Welcome back to the third recap of the 2026 Tour de France.
A Tua.
The Tour. We'll be recapping stage 7, 8, 9, and then we have a special guest joining. Stay tuned. And
Hmm.
he's going to talk a little bit about the fantasy. The fantasy we're all in, the fantasy sports. If you're not playing Tour de France fantasy, I don't know what you're doing.
It
You're
it
doing the same thing Owen is.
yeah.
We'll get into that later. Let's
Yeah,
kick
I'm
it
not
off.
really
We
looking
left
forward to
off
it, but let's
Oh,
go.
yeah, we left off stage 6, and I'm gonna say it. I think we owe the yellow jersey an apology. Training
Why?
or however you say it. I didn't realize he broke his ribs on
Yeah, he
that
broke
crash.
like three of them.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
Which
hard to cycle through.
that I feel like that crash didn't warrant three broken ribs.
I ain't either, but some people break are easier than others. I
Yeah, yeah, totally. But it was like that's
feel
a
like I look
crash
like
that
Hulk Hogan right now.
I you kind of do. You got a lot of yellow going on there.
What's
Yeah.
up, brother?
Yeah. Doesn't he have a red bandana?
I think so. I think he's also no longer. Well, I think he's dead, but I think he
Yeah,
kind of.
that's true. He
I
is.
think a lot of
Yeah.
people hated him on the way out. I think he said some bad things. So let's leave that in the past. I'm not
Yeah,
Hulk
it's
Hogan.
not important here. Not more important.
But we had
Um,
a sprinting stage, which,
7.
yeah, I mean, really all these are kind of been sprinting stages. 7 and 8 were total sprints.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't really like sprinting stages.
it's so incredible. I mean, they had
They're
nothing to talk
boring.
about. Stage
Yeah,
7. And I mean, it's probably different because we're Americans. So a lot of our sports deal with concussions. They brought on
yeah.
a doctor to talk about this Trennan getting a concussion for it felt like a half hour.
I missed that part. I had started it after that happened.
I mean, I texted our group. I was like, "Get this guy off the TV. We know what a concussion is."
Yeah, but
He's
do you
like
know what it
explaining
means
it
to a
as if it's like
cyclist?
he goes, "Well, almost every time somebody crashes, it's a concussion.
I
A
mean,
concussion is when you have a brain injury." And it's like, "Yeah, we know."
and then their next segment was about the wine in
Yeah, and then
Bordeaux
they
or
start
something
talking
that they
about
spent
wine
40
and
minutes.
stuff, and it's like, I mean, there's just nothing to do during. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
I want to
flying, and I
see.
get it.
I want to see their prep sheet for all the sprint stages and how long that must be of just the things to talk about
I know.
from
Well, and
mile
luckily,
1 to mile 100.
yeah. Well, but like I said, like too, like luckily you're in a different area every day, so you can talk about the
True.
area and stuff. So that's got to be like, I mean, that like how they talked about the wine and everything, like from
Right.
that
But then, like,
area.
it just gets kind of old. Oh,
Oh,
we're going to do
absolutely.
a drone shot of this castle from the 1300s, and then we're going to talk about this river and
Yeah,
its importance. And it's like, let's move on. Let's do something else here.
yeah.
I
This
get it, though.
was in in my opinion, stage 7 still. That was an Alpecin
Yes.
breakdown. MVP
I,
with maybe one of the worst lead out rides I have ever seen. For what I
yeah,
mean, we've been praising his name as the best domestique, the best lead out rider of all
right.
time, has uttered out of our mouths
He just left Jasper to dry.
with like 800 meters
Yeah,
left
I
to
was gonna
go.
say it was like 800
It was
because
like,
usually
he
what
wasn't close.
no, they'll drop with what like 500 or 400 or something.
Not
I
like
don't know.
usually like 300 to 200.
Okay, yeah, so even less.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just left Phillipson to dry,
Um,
and then that
yeah.
gave a chance for everyone else to just go right around him
And
and
Tim
use his wheel.
Merlier, Gourmet, Warren Scold, I don't know how you say it from Uno X. I thought that was
So
surprising. I will say, and I didn't think it was talked about enough. I was able to catch a little bit of Lance after, who brought it up as well.
yeah,
This might have been the most in all of my years of watching sprinting stages. This might have been the most bumping and rubbing.
it was
I
bad.
had I had never seen that with no
Yeah,
crashes. But
yeah,
that
it
I had
was.
never seen so much shoulder rubbing and elbow bumping on a
Yeah, there was a
sprint
ton.
finish with no real consequences. I mean, that was extremely physical.
Oh yeah. I was watching it and just
And like
tense.
I was, yeah, I know. You're just like,
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
say
it's just
too.
it makes me cringe whenever I see that because they're going 40 miles an hour one person
No.
crashes, it could just
It,
it could
it can
ruin
be, I
it.
mean, it happened last year. It derailed the entire sprinting category.
Yeah, it sucks.
Um, but I will say, I don't want to talk too much about fantasy because we have an expert joining us pretty soon. But I had picked
Expert,
Tim
yeah.
Merlier, and
Sure.
I looked like if anyone knows Kramer from Seinfeld when he's watching the horse racing, that I was sitting on my couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's 9:30 in the morning. I was pumped.
You weren't doing that for Hoop Arts?
No.
He got seventh.
Look, yeah, I mean he's good, but I wasn't
He's
doing it for
actually
Hoop
having
Arts.
like
We
a good
definitely
tour.
underestimated him.
Yes,
um,
100%.
Hoop
We
Arts is the
underestimated Hoop
man,
Arts
but he
here.
is French, right?
No, he's Dutch.
Oh, then I love him.
Yeah, I was gonna
Good
say.
Dutch.
You gotta love him. And then we had
Um,
stage 8
yeah, stage eight.
yesterday.
I was definitely not prepared for Merlier to win two in a row.
No, that's very rare that a
I
guy
did
will
not
win
think he could
two
do it.
sprints in a row. Yeah, that's
Um,
especially, which maybe we could get to it at the end, in this heat as well.
this
But
heat
that's,
is horrible. It doesn't even like it sounds awful. And I will say
yeah,
I'm basically living in Phoenix right now. It feels like 106 outside is what
it's
my phone is
terrible.
telling me. It's awful. I can't imagine having to ride 101 million thousand gazillion kilometers in this heat.
Yeah, uh-huh. And then you just are sometimes in an open field, you have no protection.
Oh,
The
and they,
heat's
I mean,
bouncing
the
off the
amount of
pavement.
water they are
Oh my
just
God.
like, and you have to. How else do
Yeah,
you
you have no
like?
choice.
No.
I think
Um,
the announcers were saying something, maybe this was today or yesterday, that each rider is going through like 4 to 6 bottles of water an hour. So
yeah,
if you have 8 riders going through, call it five, that's 40 an hour over 3 hours. It's like 120 some
yeah.
water bottles. And that's
And
just to cool them and to drink as well.
I don't know if we talked about this. We should have during I believe it was the second I think it was early on last week, like around probably like stage four when this heat, excuse me, like really started to take place.
Yeah.
Um the cars themselves were running out of water for like themselves.
Yeah.
Like the team
Yeah.
cars were running out of water for like the
Uh-huh.
drivers because they're just trying to give it all to the and
To
so
the riders.
now
Yeah.
there's set up they have set up stations for the cars to stop and
Yeah.
reload, which
It's
I just think
insane.
yeah, I mean I don't know like the records on it, but this is I mean this has got to be one of the it's typically gets hot like there's always like a couple days where it's like oh this is hot, but like
Yeah.
it's so consistently
No,
scalding.
it is. Like today they showed on the broadcast, like the top 10 hottest days. I think 4 of them in the whole tour were from this year.
Yeah,
We had 4
it's
of the hottest top 10 days
yeah.
ever.
Um
It's miserable.
Yeah, and then once again, obviously, I think I said that right away. Merlier won, Girmay
Yep.
taking seconds. This Olav Koij,
Koi? Koi?
Koi,
I think it's Koi.
he shocked me. I mean,
He's
I
pretty good.
knew who he was. I didn't think he had this in him. I mean, like
No.
he's a podium guy.
Yeah, he used to ride for Visma. He
Yeah.
was a Visma rider until like
And
two
then
years ago or a
yes
year
for the
ago.
disaster taking fourth.
I'm
I
not
don't know what
surprised.
that team is doing. And then
Well,
I mean, can we talk about Mads Pedersen might win the green jersey by just winning the intermediate
yeah,
sprints?
yeah. He's not going for anything else.
Yeah, I
He just
mean,
wins the
I mean, we can go to stage nine here, where he takes, I believe he takes sixth, if I'm correct,
that
today.
sounds about right. Sure.
I'm trying to load it up right now. I got an ad.
But yeah, if I
Yeah, he
mean,
took
it's
sixth
actually,
today.
I feel like it's kind of a good strategy because you get the same amount of points from winning the intermediate as you would get like,
And he's not as
maybe
powerful
sixth.
as Merlier, or I don't even think
No,
he's as powerful as Phillips and
no, he's not.
Girmay. And I mean, I think it shows when he's taking 11th during those sprint stages. But I
Yeah,
mean, Trek is playing this perfectly in terms of like, let's go after these intermediates and
it's working. Yeah.
yeah.
I
And then
think there's nothing
today,
wrong with that.
I don't know how much you watch, but Tom Pidcock with that mechanical
Yeah.
going downhill.
Yeah,
That
I
I
saw
mean,
that.
that has got to be just so frustrating.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you see
it's
the
a $14,000 bike and it doesn't work.
yeah, he
You
unclipped
do
and starts
every
like hitting it with his heel,
yeah. It
trying to
was
get it to
his
work.
derailleur, I believe, was he couldn't
Yeah,
change
he couldn't
gears, and so he
switch.
was trying to bang that derailleur back into place or
Yeah.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
Um, I mean, yeah, it
He
was.
he got it to work in the end,
He did, but I
which
mean,
I didn't like his comment about it. He goes, out of all the days that I have a good shot to win, this happens. Yes, but like you also fixed it with 10 kilometers to go and we're back in the race. So it
yeah,
really didn't affect you at all. If this happened,
the energy spent getting back to the group.
I don't know. I don't think it was that much. It was on a
I don't think,
descent.
and I don't think he could win regardless. I think MVP was
Yeah,
winning
no,
this all day long,
no.
but I do think like you don't know. Maybe he was going to try and break away and stuff. Like I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I just didn't think it made that much of a difference for him.
Maybe not.
But
But I think one of
whatever.
the funniest images, like it will forever replay, is when MVP is trying to draft off of Pidcock. That's
Yeah. Uh-huh.
hilarious.
Yep.
That's
He
like the
couldn't get
photo of the
anything.
like one guy that's like pretty large and he's trying to hide behind the light pole. I think it's like it might be Shaq.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
photo
yeah.
I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Or I was thinking of who is it? The Undertaker? Isn't there a famous picture of him like behind a dude?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's really funny to watch. And I'm hand up, you know, I make a lot of assumptions on this podcast. I make a lot of statements and sometimes I'm wrong. Okay? Michael
What did you
Matthews
assume? What about
is
him?
actually having a good tour. I was like, he's 34 years old.
Is he
It's
really?
time to hang it up. He's 35, actually. He's almost 36. It's time to hang it up. And
That's
he's like
seventh today.
competitive.
Yeah, he got seventh. It's not that bad.
He's gotten some points in the intermediate sprints. Like he's, like, I kind of thought like he'd be out by now. Is like where I thought he was at.
Yeah, I don't know much about him other than he's pretty old.
Yeah.
But I have seen his name a couple of times now.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's a cyclist in this thing, you know, out of
He's
the
in it. Yeah.
200 and some cyclists, it's like, you know, not everyone's name gets mentioned, and
No.
he seems to be up there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
very
And
cool.
this is kind of the opposite. Credit to us though. I feel like we kind of called MVP out of the woodworks because
Oh,
up until
absolutely.
the stage where he failed to lead out Jasper, he was nowhere in the tour. And then he goes and wins today. So
Yeah.
credit to the Unchained podcast for
I do
giving him
think
that
we
win
have to
today.
take it. Yeah, I would agree. I think we have to take
Yeah.
a big part of that
I think
success.
like we get maybe 5% of his success, and then the other like 95 is that he just had a kid. And usually after you find out you're having a kid, like in football, you score a touchdown. In this, you win a stage.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? The baby bump. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
In a lot of times in football, like if a receiver has a kid, they always catch a touchdown the next week.
Huh. All right. I didn't know
There's
this.
your little NFL comparison of the week instead of the
There you go.
NBA.
There you go.
Yeah, spicing it up.
So yeah, and then obviously you guys will see this tomorrow. Once again, thanks for tuning in if you guys are watching. Tomorrow's a rest day, so you guys actually have no excuse. You better be watching.
True.
There's nothing else on. And then we had Tuesday's gonna be an uphill finish, which I think could be pretty fun. And then once again, it's two flats. And then we'll
And
talk
then
to you
it's
guys
just
after that.
mountains.
Um, but yeah, do you have anything else before we get to our fantasy Tour de France fantasy expert?
Did you see what Tade said today about the whole calendar?
I don't think I did.
He doesn't want to ride or race in July and like the middle of the summer. He wants to completely flip the whole racing calendar so that today's like days like today don't happen.
Look, I get it, but at the same time, shut up and ride.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, you know how logistically challenging that would be to just change every single race?
Yeah,
in order to
that's
fit the weather.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care.
But it'll be kind of weird. I feel like we're gonna go Tuesday. We might hear some Tade, but I just feel like he's been a little invisible as of late, and I think he's going to continue to be invisible till maybe next Friday. Maybe he shows up a little bit here on Tuesday.
Well, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he won't because those are sprints. And then it just every day is a mountain after that, pretty much,
Yeah.
which will be good.
All right.
We can
So, do we
we'll
want to kick
switch
this over to
over.
our fantasy expert here?
Yeah, let's just get it over with.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest with us, and he goes by the name of Evan.
A
That's
horrible
that's my
introduction. This is
intro.
what you wanted? That's gonna be
This
like
is this is out of self-defense because I know I'm about to get bullied for the next 20 minutes in fantasy here.
I was gonna be like, hey, let's give a warm welcome to our Tour de France fantasy expert, Evan.
That
Evan has won it out
okay.
of our group for the last 3 years in a row. I'm making a little bit of a comeback this year. Thankfully not Owen. I'm making a little bit of a comeback this year, but in the past 2 years, Evan has absolutely dominated, and it is not even close. So, Evan, what do you got for us?
Basically, every night as I look at my fantasy team, I feel like I know I know Owen enough to know what he's gonna pick.
No, no, you don't.
So I cross him off the list. And then after that, you could really pick anyone and you'll beat Owen.
Yeah.
Um, we had a
So,
player drop out of our league, and Owen and him, the dude dropped out day one, and Owen's closer to him than anyone. So that just goes to show Owen's commitment.
Look, I'm
to
trying,
give
okay?
to
I'm
give the
trying.
to give the people a little bit more context, so there's 7 people. We've kind of briefly gone over it. Evan is currently in first with 7,348 points, and I am in second with 6,846 points. So I'm behind him 502 points. And third is another one of our buddies. He's behind about 800 points on me. And then Owen is all the way in dead last
I'm not
with
no,
fourth. Yes, you are.
no, the guy that dropped out is in dead last.
Well, we call him Owen number two.
Yeah, he
Oh,
didn't
right.
pick a
Right.
team.
Yeah, so I'm not in dead last.
You should be at
Yeah.
4,999 points. He is almost 2,000 points just behind me alone. He's over 2,000 points behind
Yeah.
Evan.
It's bad. It's really bad.
The best part of
So
it is Bodie.
no, I was just gonna say, I think maybe it's time. Like, if Evan does well, this might be like a little bit of a tryout for Evan. If Evan does well here, maybe the tour recap, Owen, is your last episode. You'll eat the hot wings and then skedaddle.
Who do you think you are, Evan, to come on half of my podcast and kick me out?
Oh, Bodie said it. Bodie just speaking for the
We're all
people.
thinking it.
Yeah.
250,
Look,
we the people.
look, I understand this is not my best showing. I may
There's a
have
lot of people in
panicked.
the comments going, "How do we trust this? How do we trust this podcast as a news network if one of the guys doesn't even know like what he's talking about?"
Okay, here's my defense. First, I didn't understand how the points worked up until about 4 days ago.
That doesn't make any. You've
And
played this for 3 years.
yes, I understand that. I understand that. But
This is a sorry excuse.
yeah, I don't have an excuse, but this is my excuse if I had one. The past 3 or 4 days have been rough because I have one sprinter, and I didn't know up until yesterday that the GC yellow doesn't get doubled. So I've just had Tade be doubled every single stage. Turns out it doesn't actually help.
Yeah,
The
Tade's
So
scoring about
rule
35 points a day.
yes, yeah,
the rule book is only about 3 paragraphs, Owen.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not hard to learn.
No,
Um,
I dove deep into it yesterday.
Well, yeah, I mean, this will be good info for next year, but there
Yes,
were
I have my sights
talks,
set next year,
and
pretty
I don't
much.
mean to be this guy, there were talks that next year, well, it's because of this year. We made a group chat without you, and there's talks that we kick the
What
guy that is in last that's active out,
that can't start this year.
and we replace him with someone, maybe a fan, someone watching this episode.
No. That
It's
can't
what
Um,
the
start this
people
year.
want. It's what the
it could
people
be,
want.
But
whether it's, yeah.
I had no, we can't do that. That's not fair.
The best
Well,
part of this all is um I had my buddy join to kind of give us a people standpoint. If you were to throw someone in the league that had no idea, that has never watched the tour,
and just
doesn't
had
know what the
minimal amount of
stars mean.
research. Yeah.
Yep. He 5 minutes before I invited him, he's beating Owen. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
Yeah,
that says anything,
it is bad. But I have a plan. I have a plan in place after
How do
all
you
the
have a
sprint
play? You have
stages are
like
done.
one swap left.
Yes, and I think I might have two. I have to double check. But I have a
I will
plan
say it
that
doesn't
will work
like tell you
out.
how many swaps you have, and that really
It
pisses me
does.
off.
Yeah, I think I have two. The Alps are going to be mine. I'm going to make a comeback on the Alps because all I have is climbers. I have
Dude,
no
by the
sprinters.
time we get to the Alps, my laptop will be closed. I don't know who's gonna, I don't
Well,
need to edit
yeah.
my
Look,
team.
I'm not going for you guys. I'm going for not last.
you're
That's
going for
my
Kurt.
objective here. Yes. I'm
Shout
going
out
for
Kurt.
Kurt and maybe Brad if I can.
Also, quick question. I'm just curious, as another human that will be without the tour tomorrow. I mean, what do we do all morning?
I'm gonna double the amount of coffee I'm drinking.
I mean, I hate the rest days during the tour. All I
There's
do is sit there and like
It
go through
is
withdrawals.
annoying.
it's like telling a kid he's gonna get 10 cookies every day, and then you don't give it to him.
It's a good analogy.
That is yeah. Yeah,
It's how I feel.
Evan,
My
that's fair.
guys,
boss,
on a side note, Evan loves cookies, so it's a really big deal when you don't give him his cookies.
Although I will say I think having four sprint stages leading into a rest day is not a bad thing
The sprint
because it's
stages are
like,
incredibly boring up
yeah,
until
I don't want to watch
the
another
very
one
end.
tomorrow.
I fully agree. I mean,
So it could be worse.
today was a little bit fun because it was like, oh, are they going to catch him? Or are they not? But then it got to a point. I didn't think they were going to catch him. I felt like they were
No,
trying to jazz it up a little bit for the TV. I didn't think they were going to catch him.
no, they
me
usually
neither.
don't.
Um, no, with
Yeah,
especially MVP and Pidcock at the helm. It was like
yeah,
those two would have to. Those two would rather die, like via crash or heart attack, than get caught by the peloton.
yeah.
But
Evan, I got a question for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
What sort of new cutting edge doping are you doing in order to win every single year? Because it seems like the people haven't figured out what your formula is here.
well, it's
So I just want to know
AI.
if,
Everyone knows that
yeah.
Evan's team is just an AI
This
substitute.
is this is my favorite question, and it hurts to see Owen lacking thereof. Um,
Oh,
Common sense
okay.
is is about it. I look at the players, I see who's doing well. They go on my team. When I look at Owen's team, I don't think we're watching the same tour. I've never heard of
No,
these guys.
I will,
that's
if I can quote a call that Evan gave to me, I think it was 2 days ago. Evan goes, I'm going to be honest. I looked at Owen's team. Other than Pagacha, I don't know a single one of these guys.
that's just not true. I have Remco, I have Ayuso.
How many
Yeah,
points did
now
Remco
you
get you
do.
today?
Yeah, okay. I took a shot at Remco today because yesterday you guys all made fun of me for doubling Tade. So I thought, all right, I'm not going to double Tade. Let's see. Maybe in my wildest dreams, Remco will do a breakaway and I'll double him. Didn't work.
Yeah. And
When has
those
he ever
stayed in
done
your
a
wildest
breakaway?
dreams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we'll wrap this thing up. Evan, wait. Because Evan is slowly starting to replace. Oh, wait, does anyone have any closing statements before we wrap this up?
I do.
Okay.
I don't think I should be replaced as co-host. of the Unchained
And
podcast.
I fully understand that. I don't think anybody that gets cut from the varsity team and sent down to JV wants to. But sometimes you have to do what's best for the team, and you got to get the ball out of that kid's hand.
We
Owen,
what?
if you take last or second to last in the league, which right now you're second to last, you are out.
No, but that needs to be established before the league even starts. We can't just come up with this rule when
Maybe
I'm
we'll
in
just do a
last right
rotating
now.
guest. Like Owen gets every fourth episode. It'll be Evan, Smithers, Brad, Owen, and we'll do a rotating. Obviously, I'll continue on. But the hard thing will be I'll have to change the intro. It'll no longer be, I'm Bodie Verstegen alongside my co host. It'll just
Yeah,
be I'm Bodie Verstegen with the new host,
you guys
Evan Olson.
are forgetting my outro that has now become
Well, I was just
just
going to say,
iconic. I have to do the outro.
I think we take a break today and we let Evan do the outro.
No, no,
This is
Evan,
no.
like this is like when you're 55 and your boss comes in and starts having you train the new hire, and all of a sudden the
all of
new
a sudden,
hire has your job in 2 years. It's just how it
It's
is. This is corporate.
so I think,
this
yeah,
isn't
Evan,
fair.
if you wanna sign us off.
No, no, let's not forget I won the Giro fantasy this year.
Owen, it wasn't fantasy. We
Yeah,
spun a wheel
I
twice,
still
and
won
I
it.
got a dog crap
I still
team.
won it. I still won it. And I'm
So,
gonna
but you can't
live
call it
and die
fantasy.
on
You
that
won
hill.
luck. We flipped the coin and you won. Congratulations. As soon as
Yes,
skill gets
you were the
involved,
one.
you shit the bed, and there's
Nope,
no question about it.
nope. You were the one that made the wheel, so you could have rigged it for yourself, but you
And I
didn't.
didn't, and that shows trying true to who I am.
But then who
Yep.
ended
And
up
then when
winning
it,
it?
when it comes to strategically planning stuff out and building my own team, I dog walk you day and night, every
It's
Owen,
not
stage.
over. It's not
this
over.
isn't Owen, this isn't a game of checkers with your dad. This
Yeah,
is
You're
chess.
right.
This is
You're
real
right.
this is
It's
life.
this is
not.
big boy
And
games.
it's not over. Let's do this. If I end up somehow beating you two, you have to.
I'll give you a car.
Yes, I get your car if I beat both of
Deal.
you. Deal. Because
If you beat
The
any of
Alps are
us,
mine.
if you beat Bodie or me, I'll Venmo you 1,000.
Deal.
All right, Evan,
Deal.
sign us off.
Well, guys, it's been real. This is what the people need to know. They need to know about their uh, former co-host and their future co-host. I'm not saying names. Um,
We don't know who it
well,
could be yet.
Wow.
we don't know.
This is a great outro.
We don't know who. Is there a fly in the room, or is someone? What is
All
All right,
right, send
less
us
than
whatever.
five
out,
thousand
Evan.
points? Say what?
Whatever. Whatever.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for letting me join and
Of
listening
course.
to our
Anytime.
wisdom.
Anytime.
AI is ruling the world, and
Sometimes you gotta hop
so
on the
is
train.
so is common sense. If you're not using AI, you're falling behind. So you got to do it. Thank you, Owen, for lifting me up
Of course.
with your dirty pedestal that I
Yep.
step on every day.
Anytime,
It's
Evan.
been
Anytime.
it's been an honor. I'll see you guys next week, the week after, the week after, the week after, and I'm signing off for Owen here. So Owen says goodbye.
Peace.